We can hold the South African government accountable for the lives of Nigerians. They have the blood of Nigerians on their hands. Ghana is already doing something. Mozambique is already doing something. Nigeria, my honorable colleagues, must begin to do something. We cannot be the toothless bulldog anymore. This is a very, very sensitive issue. On this very floor, precisely on the 5th of May, 2026, a similar motion came up, Mr. Speaker, where the federal government of Nigeria was called upon to save the lives of Nigerian citizens in South Africa, to engage the South African government. Yes, we want to commend the federal government of Nigeria that after that motion, they actually put some measures in place and started bringing back Nigerians who wanted to come back home. Out of about 1,000 that registered to come back home, we are aware that about 856 have been brought back to Nigeria, while other measures are still in place to bring others. But we are worried, Mr. Speaker, that even after the engagement of the South African government, we are worried that South African security architecture, security outfits are liable. They are liable, Mr. Speaker, even from the words of one of the ministers in the South African government. We can hold the South African government accountable for the lives of Nigerians. They have the blood of Nigerians on their hands. Mr. Speaker, why am I saying this? We as Nigerians, we have done everything. We have engaged them diplomatically. Mr. Speaker, it looks like we are being undermined. The sovereignty of Nigeria as a country is being undermined by the government of South Africa. This is why, at this point, I will thank Right Honorable Gaji for this motion that I co-sponsored, but we still have to put some more amendments. For South African government to know this is not business as usual anymore. This is not just talk, 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 and not doing nothing. Ghana is already doing something. Mozambique is already doing something. Nigeria, my honorable colleagues, must begin to do something. We cannot be the toothless bulldog anymore. Mr. Speaker, at this point, I will crave your indulgence to allow me ask a few more amendments that would make South African government know that we are ready for business. I know this is a time for contribution. I will take my seat for others to contribute, but I would love to still do amendment when it's time for amendments. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this time.
Thank you. Lagos Island Federal Constituency 2, from Lagos State. Mr. Speaker, I want to thank Honorable Gandhi and others here. Mr. Speaker, it is quite unfortunate that South Africans are poor in history. I say poor in history because they decided to turn to a country that was there for them when nobody came for them, to a country that spent over 60 billion, to a country that imposed on their people while in schools. In those days, our parents them, our uncles them, little children in schools, that they must pay money to contribute to South Africa to stop appetite. It is a shame that this is now the country that people in South Africa have decided to carry their guns and fight against. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, Nigeria and South Africa shares a very strong tie. History, business, and all. I would advise that this honorable House, particularly the leadership and the Minister for Foreign Affairs, have a meeting with the ambassador or chair the affairs, whoever is in charge, to come to this honorable House probably meet the leadership. Because from what we are seeing, it seems this is beyond the government of South Africa. And when people are blaming the government of South Africa, I say it is an orientation that the South African people have, that Nigerians and other African countries are taking their jobs. I think the South Africans will need to be taken back to history for them to understand the role Nigeria played. 60 billion as of 40, 50 years ago that Nigeria used to stop apartheid is something our country would have used then, and we would not be where we are today. But we decided to put it for a country that we believe that we are one. Mr. Speaker, my own contribution is that this Honorable House, probably the leadership only, summon the ambassador of Trade Affairs or whoever is in charge to come to this Honorable House and explain the roles they are taking. Because as said by my brother, Honorable Billy, it seems they are not doing anything at all. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Can we?
I represent the Nigerians, especially the heartbeat of Lagos, Oshodi Solo. Mr. Speaker, I want to join my voice to state that Nigeria, it has come to a time Nigeria will be able to take drastic measures based on international law on how to respond to hostile countries. Mr. Speaker, we entered several treaties under the international laws with South Africa. The first International Convention on Civil and Political Rights under United Nations gives every nation right to protect the citizens of other nations. Under the Rome Statutes for International Corrupt Practices, that's International Court, it means that any nations that violate that convention should be subjected to International Criminal Court. Mr. Speaker and distinguished colleagues, this is a time we need to say, we have talked a lot about it. That is the time for us to assemble names, compiling records of those that have been killed in South Africa who are Nigerians, are being to subject it under international court, under the Rome Statutes Convention. Mr. Speaker and distinguished colleagues, under the African Charter, it is the responsibility of every nation to protect the citizens of other African nations in that nation. But in the light of what we have seen in South Africa, it calls for a great concern that Nigeria should mobilize other African countries against South Africa using the international laws that are made available by the treaties we have signed with South Africa. The time for action is now. And we can recall our ambassador. And this is the first step. We can even leverage on commercial diplomacy because South Africa have investment in Nigeria. MTN, DSTV are all here, and they make the largest chunk of profit from Nigeria. We cannot continue to allow them to operate without hindrance in Nigeria, whereas our own people who are doing just lesser profit in their business are subjected to torture and discrimination. This is the time to act now. So let's take more diplomatic measures and to approach this matter to ensure that South Africa obey the international treaties we have signed with them. I don't want to comment on our contribution because I know Nigeria contributed significantly to the end of apartheid. In the light of this, this is the time to act more using international measures, using commercial diplomacy to do it, to ensure that this comes to an end. Thank you for this opportunity.